International, worldwide resistance in my lyrics. Walking down these mean streets to the house.
We are researchers for fair policing. At Make the Road New York, we are a group of young organizers who came together to study youth experiences with and attitudes about policing. We created a youth survey, a website, comic strips, and we make videos. This is one of them.
Question they system crazy, cause I look different than you. Spark fear out the corner of my eye. Call me crazy, like I'm the violent one, living in the empire that was born off the gun. Now that's crazy. What I'm supposed to do when they shut the stores down and there ain't no food? Now that's crazy. Like I'm the violent one, living in the empire that was born off the gun.
Hi, my name is Dinah Lee. What's your name?
I'm Donna Lieberman.
I wanted to know, what impact do you think Stop and Frisk has on the youth?
It has horribly impacted young people of color. It subjects hundreds of thousands of young people every year to being stopped on the street, thrown up against the wall, down on the ground, when they're not doing anything wrong. It creates a gap between the police and the community. And that's terrible. It divides the city.
The first time I ever got stopped by a police officer for no reason, I was about 13. The cop just pulled up in a blue and white car and stopped me. Asked me for ID, where I was going, how old I was. At this point, I was going through a growth spurt, so I was kind of taller than my age. So he didn't believe me when I said I was 13. This is the first time I ever experienced it. I'm just walking down the street. I'm not minding my business. I'm going to get coffee and donuts. I didn't have this cop. I don't have ID. I'm still in middle school, really. I'm minding my business. And now, at that point, I'm a little kid. I'm not an adult. Kids, they're criminals too. How many times I've been stopped by the police? I would say 100, 150 times. As a kid, I thought police were supposed to help people. Most encounters aren't peaceful, just talk to me like I'm a person kind of encounters. There are weeks where every day I'll come home and tell my mom I got stopped by the cops again. Another crazy story.
Last year, 91% of police stops were of young men of color.
But young men were not the only targets.
Stop and Frisk criminalize and marginalize communities of color, immigrant communities, and the LGBT community.
Eye for an eye, leave everyone blind, but I'm tired of losing mine. Another child dies, another child beat by the cop who walked the beat for arrest so he can meet his quota for the week. These days, can't walk the streets without the change.
One morning, I was in 59th and Lexington in the city, in the train station, and I was stopped and searched. And the minute I asked why I was being stopped and searched, they got really aggressive and threatened to arrest me. And when I told them they couldn't arrest me because they would be unlawful, they kicked me out of the train station. And I've actually had a police officer take a train ride and attempt to make conversation, and he could not believe that I, as a woman, had been stopped. I told him, look, I've been stopped, I've been searched. You know, I've dealt with this. I know your whole quota system. I know what goes on. And he wouldn't believe me. And he was just like, no, I can't believe you've been stopped and searched. And it's like, well, then who do you stop and search?
The system accused you with the same crimes they do to you and call it excusable.
My brother.
My mother. My sister.
My aunt.
Your girlfriend.
My daughter.
My godmother. My lifeline, my shorty, my backbone, my boo thing.
My best friend. My sisters.
My neighbor. Our friends.
Our teachers.
Our grandparents.
Although I'm a woman, I am a target. You know, I'm a woman of color. I felt severely disrespected. It's an extremely oppressive feeling when someone who has your same status as a person who lives in your community has a badge and feel like they have the right to kind of abuse that power. Police hitting on women is a topic that's not really spoken about, but should be spoken about.
This a promise from the land full of promise, but APA give us offers after officers assault us.
One morning I was on my way to school and the cops pulled up and he said, "Can I see your ID?" And I gave him my ID. And before I walked away, he was like, "You beautiful." And I'm like, "Thank you." So then he was like, "You look like you've been doing bad things. Should I put you in handcuffs?" So I looked at him and was like, "Are you serious?" But when I was walking away, I was scared, as if he was gonna come out the van and grab me from behind and drag me in the van, cause like I have younger siblings and I wouldn't want them being stopped by cops and being disrespected how they disrespected me.
Calling up the officers to tell them officers search niggas to bring chorus in. 8 times I've been stopped for no reason.
As an undocumented immigrant, there is this constant fear of going in the streets and being assaulted, not just because of the crime but that you get involved into, but also because of the police officers, because you want to approach them, but there is that fear of, you know, like, I don't have a regular immigration status, and if I approach the police, I might get in trouble and I might get deported. That's very, very scary.
The stop and frisk affects everyone, not just undocumented people. If my dad gets arrested, he's the one who pays the bills in support of family. We're gonna be affected, like my brother, me, my aunt, and all of us, not just the one who's getting arrested.
I guess I just listened to the little voice speaking, the one that said never deny what you're seeking. It made me a believer.
I've been stopped by an officer 3 times, name called by an officer twice. I'm always at a park around my house. I play handball there with a bunch of my friends, and there's always this one cop that comes up to the gate and start being like, "Oh, y'all let faggots play our sports now? Faggots aren't supposed to be playing our sports. What the fuck? Get him off of the court." These 2 cop cars like stopped in front of us and grabbed us, and like they started frisking us. They slammed my friend on the floor.
What kind of stuff did they say to you?
"Oh, you fucking faggot," and "Oh, y'all spics always think that y'all could do what y'all want." It makes me feel like I shouldn't even like come outside anymore if I'm just gonna get harassed by a policeman that's supposed to be protecting me.
I write 16s in 16 minutes.
It's possible.
That's what it is, but I know what isn't. Crazy, the words Garvey spoke. The same slang as Malcolm, man. There's too many quotes. The wolf licking the blade.
We are New York. 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 We are New York.
We do have a lot of power, and it is that power which may elect or remove our elected officials from their position of power. So know your rights, fight for them, fight for what's right, and let's put an end to stop and frisk.
If you want to stop and frisk, here are 4 things you can do. Vote. Know your rights. Document and report police activity. And be a part of Make the Road New York. Thank you.
I was born on the gun. Me crazy, like I lost my marbles. Like all I wanna do is criticize and argue. Like my screws loose, cause I say what I want to. Shit, say what I got to. Es por eso que canto. Queremos un cambio, en eso andamos. Yo creo caminos, no creo en obstáculos. You say I'm loco and need a doctor. I say let's be realistic and do the impossible. Check it out, I'm on a higher plane. Some say it ain't sane, I say it's okay. Let your mind sway, ride the wave. Better that than on land and stuck in one place. They want you sedated, drugged and medicated. More paper in the pockets of the drug fabricators. All indicators show our society sick. Disease by greed, that's the diagnosis. Now that's crazy, cause I look different than you. Spark fear at the corner of your peripheral. Call me crazy, like I'm the violent one. Living in the empire that was born off the gun. Now that's crazy. What I'm supposed to